cats and kittens. Sorry. Welcome to the Tillery Kitchen. We're so excited to be back. Today is an awesome day because I'm going to learn about how to cook one of my favorite things to eat. Rusty, what are we cooking today?
All right, so we're going to make pulled pork tacos.
Woo! Pulled pork tacos. Hey, and before we go into all of it, you can see my excitement, so I'll calm it down a little bit, I promise. Make sure you hit subscribe right here because that allows us to see who's watching and for us to keep doing these videos because we're having a lot of fun and a lot of yumminess going in.
Okay, so anyway, I was also going to say queso dip before the big woo.
That's exciting too.
Anyway, we went to Cancun last year and we just had these amazing tacos. They have, you know, pickled onions and the whole works, but the pulled pork is just so authentic to that Yucatán area. You know, you have Playa del Carmen, you have Tulum, so you go eat a taco there, you get dropped off by a boat or something like that, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So I figured we would just show, you know, what that looks like to make it home. So.
And who doesn't like queso dip?
Yeah,
I think I'm missing that a lot right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people missing
All
that.
right,
So.
let's figure out what the ingredients are.
Okay. All right, so we got an array here, but what we'll start with is the pulled pork tacos. So this is just, you can use shoulder or pork butt, country ham, just cut it up. This is about 2 pounds worth. So I've just cut it down into, you know, easier pieces. And then I have just some good tortillas. I've got flour tortillas here. Just a basic mix, obviously Walmart brand. Just some chicken broth to get some liquid into it. I have just a regular salsa, a lime, some orange juice. You gotta have cilantro. And here's my spice mix. So this is, show you the recipe. It's pretty simple. I like making my own at home. I usually have everything anyway, so it keeps me from having to buy the spice mix and spend money. So I'll show you how to make that. And then we have the pickled onions. So this is really just onion, jalapeno, and it's gonna be apple cider vinegar. We have the queso dip, which is just regular white American cheese. And then you have your regular chopped green chilies. So I guess first and foremost, we'll get going on the pork tacos.
Ooh, let's do it.
Okay, so again, I've already cut this down. This is my spice mix here. This is kind of about a teaspoon of each of these.
And I'm gonna, is it okay if I walk through what you did for your spice mix?
Sure.
So we have this garlic powder, and then it looks like we have dark chili powder.
Yep, regular chili powder's fine too.
And then
Paprika.
And next we have
coriander. And then cayenne. And then of course, cumin.
So all of this is what you are currently putting on the pork, correct?
And like I said, it's about a teaspoon probably of each, except this is garlic powder is about half a teaspoon. And the dark, or the chili powder is about 2 teaspoons worth. So
can you
I've
buy
liberally coated that.
all of this already made together?
You can use just a regular taco seasoning if you want. Like I said, most people, believe it or not, they're not aware they actually have all this stuff sitting in their pantry. So why not use it as opposed to buy it? So again, I've liberally coated this. And so I'm just trying to get it, you know, kind of on each piece of the pork here. Now, what we're gonna do.
Some orange juice, I see.
Yep, so I'm gonna come in with maybe about a 1/4 cup. And that's really just, it gives it that citrus that you're looking for without having to go squeeze a ton of limes. So get that good soaked in a little bit here.
I remember when we were in Cancun, we ended up walking to kind of like the downtown district, and there was this taco restaurant that overlooked the downtown area. And it was, I mean, the tacos were just fresh. The meat was just incredible, and it wasn't over the top. It just gave you that culture taste that I'm excited to see if that's going to get the same with this.
Oh yeah. So now I've got all this really coated up here. So now what we're going to do, come over here. I've also got chicken stock. Now, you know, if we had a fire pit and banana leaves, I would dig a hole, you know, put it all in there, a whole hog, but we don't really have that here, so that's actually the best way to do it. First and foremost, I'm going to show you this way. Most people are going to have some sort of Dutch oven, right? You're going to basically toss the pork in here, all right? You're going to take chicken stock, bring it up about yay high.
That's
It's called braising, all right? Set your oven to 300 degrees. Put the top on. If you don't have a top, use tinfoil. Toss it in the oven. Make sure you just preheat it at 300. And you're just gonna leave it in there for probably 2.5, 3 hours, and it's gonna just pull apart when you get done, okay? So we're gonna use another method because we got this fancy smancy Instant Pot.
Instant Pot. If you have an Instant Pot, say hey-o. Because they're awesome.
Say hey-o. So what we're gonna do is cook this quick. So I'm just gonna toss that in.
Listen to that sizzle.
Now what I did was I had put this on the saute. I didn't know how hot it was gonna get or how long. It doesn't really matter. I'm not looking to brown this pork, to be honest with you. I'm really just getting the pressure cooker setting going. So I just wanted to get it going with some heat. So now I've got the pork in, and you'll see I'm just gonna do the same method here, come up with just a little bit of liquid in here, get this going.
So, just to make sure, you just have it.
A little more.
What's your setting on the Instant Pot?
I just set the saute. You don't have to do this part. I just like to get it going with the heat. You just literally turn it on and hit saute.
Gotcha.
And it gets going. You can set high, medium, or low. So all I've done is put, if you look in here, about the amount of liquid I have in there. It's gonna be good. I'm actually gonna come in a little bit more because I want this really getting pressurized.
Just adding more chicken broth.
Yeah, so maybe about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, somewhere around there. If you do an inch, it doesn't matter. Any of you, like, I've heard people say, yeah, I don't really know how to use it. They've gotten these, and I get it. It took me a minute, because it doesn't just have pressure cook, right? So put the lid on, turn it. You got to do manual. Well, if I can get that going. Let me turn that off. So, manual setting, right? It always gives 40. That's okay. We're just gonna do probably about 45 here to really make sure. And honestly, you just let it click. Give it just 1 second and it'll say, all right, you've made the setting, and you don't do anything. Now here's the biggest thing. You see it's on? Remember, don't have this vent open. This is going to come up and keep it sealed. And once you're done, you can release it or let it cool down naturally. So we'll show you that once it's done. And then next we're gonna get on to the pickled onions, and then we'll show you the queso dip, and then we'll assemble it all. It's gonna be amazing.
So how long is this gonna stay in the Instant Pot?
40, 45 minutes, and then we're good.
All right.
So if it was gonna be here, it'd be 3 hours, so.
I like the Instant
It's up
Pot.
to you.
Hey everyone, we're back. The meat's still cooking, but now it's time to learn how to do the pickled onion. So as a reminder, we have 1 jalapeno that's in here, as well as a 1/2 of a red onion. It's just cut up real fine, as you can see. So the next thing, you're gonna take your apple cider vinegar. Doesn't matter what brand, whatever you need. And we're gonna pour a cup of it in this measuring tool. All right, got a cup of apple cider vinegar. And next, the rest of the amount, you're gonna put 1 cup of water inside here. So at this point, you're gonna have about 2 cups of liquid, okay? 1 cup being the vinegar, and then 1 cup being the water. I have this small pot here that we're gonna pour the liquid into before we put it on the stove. And just to add just a hint of sweet, which I always love, we're gonna do about a tablespoon of the sugar.
You mean salt?
I do mean salt. I was thinking sweet, but you know what I mean.
You actually could add sugar. It would be good in this, actually.
But for now, we're gonna go for the more salty version and do 1 tablespoon of salt. Does this look good?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so behind me, I have the stove going. We're not gonna put our elements in there. We're gonna get this on liquid just right. So we're gonna put it on high, and we're gonna gonna wait for it to boil. And once it starts boiling, then we're gonna take the liquid and put it inside here. So we'll be back in just a few moments. All right, so our liquid elements are ready. So remember, safety first, grab an oven mitt. All right, and we're gonna take this off the stove and being very cautious, you're now gonna pour the liquid elements into the bowl that you have with your onion, as well as your pepper.
That's good in there.
That is good. I still have a little bit more, but it's okay just to go down the sink. So I'm just gonna lay it right here for right now. Now the next thing, all you gotta do at this point, just put the lid on here and then just sit it on your counter until you're ready to use it. After you're done making this dish, because you always make a little bit more than what you need, this will last in your fridge for about 2 weeks. So just refrigerate it and you'll be good to go. So we'll come back to this later, but now you know how to do a pickled onion.
All right, queso dip time. I think everyone's favorite.
Sorry.
What we got, again, white American, you can get the queso stuff, but I'm just telling you, use white American cheese. It just got actually deli slices and then just cut it up. So what we got here is about a half a pound. I don't think we're gonna use all that, but I'll do a half a pound to about a half a cup of milk. So I'm gonna go just a little bit less. I'm gonna do about half of that. So I'm gonna do a quarter cup of milk, and then we're gonna come in with just half of this. So we'll say a quarter pound to close to half a pound. So get all that. Well, I guess I used almost half a pound. That's okay. Now, the green chili. So we're gonna come in, that's a good 1 heaping teaspoon. And another good heaping teaspoon. We're gonna use about half this can.
Will you show that can, the cover of it before? Yeah, okay.
So, looking beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna come in with a little salt. And then I've got here about a tablespoon of just regular good old butter. Toss that in. Now, I've got this in a non-stick saucepan. I'm just going to literally watch this now. So I'm gonna come in and cut that on about low medium. And what I'm gonna do is just let this start melting. And once it starts melting down, you just keep stirring. And if it is getting too thick or just, you know, just add more milk. So it's pretty simple, right?
All right, so we're back and it's time to check on the queso, which I'm really excited about.
I've not been stirring this long, but I mean, you can see the consistency here.
That looks
really
exactly what we get at the Mexican restaurants.
Well, we're gonna see.
I hope it tastes like it does.
I don't know. You're gonna be the judge of that.
I don't mind being the test taker. Taste tester.
Taste tester.
I've taken a lot of tests in my life too, but no.
All right.
All right. Here we go, folks. This looks incredible. Oh, that cheese. Oh my goodness.
Good?
It's so good. It tastes just like, well, I can say it's a little bit better than what's at the restaurants, in my opinion.
Wow, that's spot on. So, anyway, there you have it.
It was so easy to make, too.
Yeah, I mean, I really just stirred it around. I didn't do anything, just...
So the queso is done. How is our meat coming along for the tacos?
Well, so it just cut off a little bit ago, so I'm just letting it cool off in the pot. You can actually go release the valve. I would do that outside, by the way. It keeps your whole house from steaming up. If you want your house smelling like tacos, go for it. But I'm just gonna let it cool down. It takes probably 10, 15 minutes before it comes down to temperature enough to where you don't even have to release the valve. You can just take the top off and it's fine. So I'm just letting that cool as I clean up a couple things, and then we'll show you what that looks like.
So we're getting close to a delicious dinner.
All right, so basically as I was doing with queso and everything like that, I just let this cool off naturally. It cuts off after 45 minutes. It'll beep, let you know. So I went to check to see if there was any steam coming out, just a little bit. So after about 10 minutes, it basically the pressure calms down enough. You don't have to release the valve and all the steam goes up that you typically would see. So anyway, we're gonna open this up and see what it looks like. Not a steamer. So you can look down in there and see what it looks like. Like I said, this would take you 3 hours or so to get there if you were doing this and braising it. So I'm just pull out some here. Man, that smells good.
It smells so
you can
good.
see how it's just falling apart. And again, this is what we're looking for here. I mean,
Wow.
I'm barely pulling this.
And it's just coming apart.
Yep. So this is gonna be our good pulled pork Yucatan tacos. So I'm just gonna keep shredding this and getting this out of here, and then we'll start assembling here.
You can eat tacos.
There you go.
Who can? You can have some Yucatan tacos.
All right, good.
Ooh, delicious.
All right, so I've gotten, I think, pretty much everything out of there, and as you can see, stuff's just falling apart. So I've just kind of shredded it up in this bowl. Now, what I want to do with this liquid here, what's good about these is it just comes right out. And again, if you do this in the regular oven, same thing, it's going to look almost identical. So what you want to do after you remove everything, go ahead and put it on your burner. Put it about medium to mid-high. We're going to reduce this down. There's so much good flavor in there, and we're going to make this real thick, and then we're just going to pour it all into the meat. So you're getting every bit of the cooking liquid in there, all the spices that you tossed in there. Remember the orange juice and everything like that. So it's just going to make all the flavors come together here. So. Okay, so I went ahead and just reduced this some. It's gotten thicker. You can see it's not as thick, but again, we're gonna just pour all that juice back in there. Good, because there's so much flavor in that. So now,
Ooh, that looks yummy.
so now plate it. I already got my stuff set out here. Little bit of the meat on there. Nice spread out.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can see what happened
Oh, wow.
to our pickled onions.
Yes.
That's pretty fresh looking. Get some of that in there. Here's our queso.
The best part. It makes it healthy, right?
Oh yeah. A little of that. Do a little squirt of lime. A little more cheese.
Can never go wrong with more cheese, in my opinion.
And a little cilantro. And now I need my taste tester.
Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Mmm. Oh my goodness.
Good.
So much flavor. That is amazing. That is yum-tastic.
Yum-tastic.
Y'all, that is so good, so fresh. You taste the different flavors all within. I'm ready to eat the whole thing.
Oh, and one other thing. Oops. Forgot. Oh, no, here it is. Salsa.
Yes.
I didn't put it out, but if you want to add some here,
Dip a little bit in
add
there.
for the chips, go for it.
Well, that is awesome. I'm ready to sign off so I can eat the rest of that. And thank you for watching. I'm so excited to know how to make a real awesome, authentic, delicious taco. Thank you so much. We appreciate you watching. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe, share with your friends, and we want you to make this now because
Yes.
trust me, it is so good. Have a good night.